KILR Taylor Games.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots, I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the World Tour featuring Fly by Terminal Reality. This is Fly 2K, which has got all the little nifty extras, and it's all patched up, and all that wonderful stuff. Still though, after flying this, after several flights, it's been turning into a bit of a disappointment, unfortunately. The ATC just is not that great because it just routes you all over the place. The sun is going down, yet there doesn't appear to be any transition as far as like a sunset or any type of orange. There is in Fly 2. It's actually gorgeous looking. But in this one, well, no, hold on, we got a little something going on here. These are the default clouds, actually. I'm not using that sky add-on. I wonder if that's why. Let's see. Whoa, that's looking kind of bizarre there. Well, that's not too bad. It's just, I was hoping for a little better. But Fly 2, the sequel, oh my word, the colors are just vibrant. They're gorgeous looking. The dark side, though, it's like brown. Instead of being more of a blue, darkish blue, you know, what you would expect from night, it's all brown. Kind of like pollution or something, like really dirty. It's nasty. Anyway. So yeah, this thing's got some disappointments. The graphics, I can't fault it for the graphics. The graphics look okay. We're having a bit of a problem with the ground terrain. It's waving back and forth, but I think that has to do with the DirectX driver trying to run off of a VMware graphics thing, and it's just not really meant for that, and so that's why it's acting weird. It doesn't appear to do that in PC Emulator, but then PC Emulator does not run this very well. And we tried that on the flight from Aurora to Cloud International. So if you want to see what it looks like with PC Emulator, check out that episode, that flight. And then that way you'll get a chance to kind of see what it looks like with the 3D FX Voodoo. And I don't like it. It seems like we can't win no matter what we do, because the 3D FX just, it blurs out everything. It just doesn't look good. But the graphics don't wave back and forth. But it halts like every 5 seconds or something, just because my computer's not overclocked, you know, past 4 gigs to run it. And I've already had one computer kind of fail on me, my i7, and I don't want to push my luck. How about that? Anyway, what are we doing on our flight? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. We'll pull up the map here. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to see everything. We might. Try to make this big here. I'll put this up here, stretch this out. Yes, it is on here. Okay. So we're here at Chicago Midway, right in the middle. And we're going to be going to Joliet, which is over here. You see the mouse cursor. But before we do that, we're going right back here to Megs, and we'll be coming down and we'll be doing a touch and go on runway 18, and then we'll take off and then we'll head to Joliet. We've done that on the other simulators, and we're going to do it on this one as well. So this will give you a chance to see this same flight on all the other simulators and how they turned out and what they look like. So we're just keeping things consistent. I even did it on Flight Simulator 2, the Sublogic version and the Microsoft version. Haven't gotten the Flight Simulator 1. I do have a couple of videos out on Flight Simulator 1, but I haven't done the touch and go on that one just yet. We complain about the graphics on this one. You should see the graphics on Flight Simulator 1. At least running that on PC Emulator, oh my goodness. There's lines twisting and bending and going all over the place. And I think it's just because that the way the first Flight Simulator was made, because it was supposed to boot off of an actual PC, it's dependent on actual hardware, I think. And because I've been told that on a real XT machine, it would not look like that. So, but let's go ahead. I'm getting a message from my daughter, just trying to, it's late at night, I'm just checking on her to make sure she's okay. We'll go ahead and get this started here. Oh, this is lit up a lot more. It's kind of nice. Turn that on. Actually, we're supposed to turn that on after turning on the engine, which we got to turn on the fuel. Okay. I turned down the sound too. I think it might have been a little too loud on the previous flights. All right, I need to turn this fuel gauge off here. And we can turn the radios on now. Go ahead and open up our flight plan.
MDW radio set 172 Sierra Echo. Would you open my IFR flight plan at this time? Cessna 172 Sierra Echo MDW radio. We have you off at 2330 Zulu, and we'll open your flight plan at this time.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Clearance delivery. I think this is broke because it's gonna. It keeps telling me to go to ATIS first. I know you're supposed to do that, but after we listen to ATIS, it's gonna do it again.
Arrival information.
I think one time it actually worked.
330 Zulu automated weather observation. Wind calm. Visibility 20 miles. Temperature is 70 degrees. Dew point is 50 degrees. Altimeter is 29.92. Notice to airmen. Departures contact clearance delivery 121.85. Prior to taxi. Advise on initial contact you have information. X-ray MDW. Arrival information. X-ray 23.
Okay, I think the way to do it, I think the way I've been able to get it to work, I have to tune in the channel, not select it from the drop-down. Whenever I select it from the drop-down, it doesn't seem to work. But if I tune the frequency in here and do it, it seems to work. So, note for future flights.
MDW clearance delivery set 172 Sierra Echo at the terminal with information. X-ray request clearance to JOT Cessna 172 Sierra.
Okay, so I guess we got to go to ground control.
MDW ground. Cessna 172 Sierra Echo ready to taxi. Cessna 172 Sierra Echo MDW ground. Taxi to runway 31 center and hold short. Cessna 2 Sierra Echo roger. Taxi to runway 31 center and hold short.
Get rid of that stuff up there. I was like, where's our arrows at? I don't see our arrows. Oh, man. I mentioned this in the last episode that those buildings are just awful looking, the colors on them. Hey, look at that. When we get done with the flight, I'm going to load this up into PC Emulator, turn on the 3D FX, and then take a look at it. And because it tends to smooth things out, so I'm curious what that will look like when it's blended together. It probably will look fine. It just problem is it blends everything else out to the point where there's like no definition. But this is something I've talked about in the previous episodes because I want to get some feedback from all of you as far as what would you like to see? Would you prefer that we have good frame rates and that I'm using the DirectX 6 on VMware even though the terrain is warping back and forth? Or would you rather I do it in PC Emulator even though that it pauses every 5 seconds? Using the 3DFX, that's really our only options. I can't use it without 3DFX Voodoo because then it's just unplayable on PC Emulator. The Voodoo at least makes it a little quicker. Or maybe we just go back and forth. You know, we'll do a few episodes like this, maybe do one of that, come back to a few episodes like this. Now what I haven't tried is running this in DOSBox, you know, with Windows 95 installed, or 98. That I have not tried. It takes a little bit of effort to set that up.
Good day. MDW Tower. Cessna 172 Sierra Echo. Request takeoff clearance. Cessna 172 Sierra Echo. MDW Tower. Cleared for takeoff. Cessna 2 Sierra Echo. Roger. Cleared for takeoff.
I'm getting a lot of episodes filmed and in the can, so that way I've got things established, and then that way I can spend some more time doing research, maybe getting Windows 95, 98 installed in DOSBox, so that way I can get this working, hopefully, in there, and maybe it'll look better. I don't know. We'll have to see. I do have my taxiway or my taxi lights and my landing lights on, but they don't light up the screen. They do in the sequel, though, in Fly 2. I do like the lights, though. The night lights are nice looking. And those are the Vasi lights are kind of interesting. Let's see. There it goes. I was wondering if it was gonna pick up there on its own. There we go, there's Chicago. That's what we're looking for. So, we'll come around from the north, and then come south and touch down on Meigs, and then take off again. Let's get up to about 1,500, and then we'll level off there. That's not Chicago. That's the wrong one. And that is Chicago, but that's not the one we're looking for. That's what we're looking for right over there. Now here's the disappointing...
Sierra Echo MDW Tower. Contact departure at 118.40 today. 720 Echo, Roger. Contact departure at 118.40. Departure 7172 Sierra Echo, request flight follow. 172 Sierra Echo MDW departure. Roger.
Okay, so the disappointing thing that I was going to talk about here is here in Fly 2K, Chicago's got quite a few buildings. I mean, it looks okay. But if you go to Fly 2, there's nothing there. There's just little sticks with lights on them. But the difference, though, I'm able to add in scenery on Fly 2. I can't do it on this one. There is a program called Fly Edit that comes with the special edition, and it doesn't work. I can get it loaded up. I can place a couple of things down. I save it. I can see the files that it saves, but for some reason, the simulator doesn't see it. So. I hate that you sit so low that you can't see over it. It's like you're sitting on the floor or something.
Turn right, heading 2691, uniform Echo CGX, approach. Turn right, heading 35. Foxtrot Hotel, heavy CGX, approach. Turn right, heading 314. 3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy, roger. Turn right, heading 314.
Okay, let's get ready. I wonder if there's a touch and go option. Let's see. Approach control. KCGX. Nope. I was hoping there was. Buildings. Although I like the lights on there. Those are cool. Dang it. I did not want all those flaps. Although we can get ourselves most of our windshield here. There's our runway.
One uniform Echo CGX, approach. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Gear 1 uniform Echo, roger. 1,000 feet. 3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy CGX, approach. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. 3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy, roger. 1,000 feet. Foxtrot Hotel, heavy CGX, approach.
Now the water's got that wavy effect going on, but that looks okay.
One uniform Echo CGX, approach. Maintain heading 359. Gear 1 uniform Echo, roger. Maintain 359.
We're tuned into Midway, so why are we getting CGX approach? That's another thing about the ATC. It's like, I'm not tuned into your frequency. Why are you giving me information?
Contact tower at 121.30.
Hey, there's that plane that's coming in for a landing. Can we touch down before it gets here? I guess we are about to find out. We're on a world tour, so you need to defer to us. We're more important. All right. Power down.
3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy CGX, approach. Maintain heading 359. 3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy, roger. Maintain 359. 3 Foxtrot Hotel, heavy CGX, approach. Maintain heading 359. Contact tower at 121.30.
Full power.
Good day. 3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, Roger, maintain 359. Contact tower at 1.30.
No! No, 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 no. I sound like the guy from Tron. No, 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 no.
Archer, did you copy?
Oh, what did he say?
720 Echo, just traffic device.
Hey, let's go say hi!
3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, request approach for landing. 6, 2, 3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, CGX, approach. Clear for approach, runway 36, turn right, heading 134. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. 3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, Roger, clear for approach, runway 36.
Oh, there's two of them.
134, 5,000 feet. 3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, CGX, approach. Turn right, heading 0.
Hi! Here, we'll move out of your way. Whee!
Hotel, Heavy, CGX, approach. Turn right, heading 179. 3, Foxtrot, Hotel, Heavy, Roger, turn right at 179. King Air 1, Uniform, Echo, request approach for landing. King Air 3. King Air 1, Uniform, Echo, Roger, clear for approach runway 36, turn right heading 134, 5,000 feet.
So we got Midway right in front of us. Well, my flight plan didn't quite go the way I planned it. Well, I mean, I did do the touch and go. It's just when I made the... I couldn't get zoomed in. That's okay. We're heading in the general direction. Man, all these planes are all over the place.
1, Uniform, Echo, CGX, approach. Turn right heading 179. King Air 1, Uniform, Echo.
So hey, I was happy with that touch and go. That was a nice, smooth one, I thought. We got out of there before that plane landed, and we got to say hi. Probably give him a heart attack at the same time. Be like the guy in Airplane. He's coming straight at us. Jump out the tower. Ah! Airplane. Classic.
1, Uniform, Echo, CGX, approach. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. King Air 1, Uniform, Echo.
How could you be into aviation and Flight Simulator and not like Airplane and Airplane 2? The slapstick comedies, you know, how could you, I mean, they're good laughs, especially if you're into, you know, aviation and stuff.
Foxtrot Hotel Heavy CGX.
They just don't make good comedies like that anymore. Seems like.
Foxtrot Hotel Heavy Roger, turn right at 269. Foxtrot Hotel Heavy CGX approach. Turn right heading 309.
Well, it looks like it's getting dark back there. So there's a sort of kind of sunset going on, but it's not. It doesn't look like a whole lot of work was put into it. It's not that impressive.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. 3 Foxtrot Hotel Heavy Roger, 4,000 feet. 3 Foxtrot Hotel Heavy CGX approach. Turn right heading 354. Air 1 Uniform Echo request.
Why are we tuned into them?
Hotel Heavy Roger, turn right heading 354. 1 Uniform Echo.
I'm not tuned in the center.
Center, Cessna 172 Sierra Echo, request vector to next waypoint. Cessna 172 Sierra Echo, center, turn right heading 030.
Oh no, that's turning us somewhere I don't want to go.
Sierra Echo, Roger, turn right heading 030.
No, it wants to take us back to that waypoint I had up there. That's okay. Let's just go somewhere else. No, we can't. Julie's not showing up there. Might have to turn the radios off. I don't know. Okay, there is, looks like there's a couple of airports up here. There's one right there in front of us. There's another one over there. Looks like Clow. Give me a break here. Come on! Okay, so we're seeing Lewis University and also Clow. That's what those two are. Need to adjust our heading here. It's not too bad. See, when I was making the flight plan, I couldn't zoom in close enough to add megs. So I tried to get it close, and well, it wound up over there. Yeah, that was... Maybe there's another way to do it, and I didn't know. But, you know what? We can start going through our manual a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's see the intro screen. Flight planner, multiplayer support, primary menu bar. Well, we've kind of seen that already. The primary menu bar is up here. You got file, you got load, scenario, basically load your game, save your game, save as, scenario description, page setup, print. You can print out a copy of your flight plan. Exit. And then you got options. So let's look at the options. The option, and we've looked at that at another. There's another episode, but basically, video card. Use this pop-up menu to identify the brand and type of video card you have installed in your computer. Fly will automatically configure visual effects based on the published capabilities of the video card. Yeah, you don't know what to do with VMware, so when you select DirectX 6, that's why we get those wicked-looking graphics. If you do not have a 3D accelerator card installed, select software only. If you have a 3D accelerator installed, but it is not listed here, you can select DirectX 5 compatible, or DirectX 6 compatible, or 3DFX. Aha, interesting. Well, we did use software mode.
Echo, center check position. We show you 3 miles from the marker.
How about I check my radio and turn you off? How about that? Yeah, we tried software mode. We couldn't. The biggest we could make it was 800 by 600. So I don't know. This seems like the best out of all the options. This seems like the best one here. Startup screen. The pop-up menu allows you to pick what screen you will see by default when launching Fly in the future. Oh, okay. You may choose between the intro, Fly Now, Flight Planner, or multiplayer views. Scenery detail increases or decreases the amount of graphic detail in Fly's 3D scenery. The levels of detail are none, sparse, includes only major buildings, normal, shows secondary landmarks and well-known points of interest, and complex displays all the above. Airport detail increases or decreases the level of graphic detail in Fly's airport runways. Lower this detail to increase system performance. Shadows specify which objects cast shadows onto the ground. Scenery, the available selections are none, aircraft only, and aircraft and buildings. Then you got check boxes. Detail tiles. Check the box to experience enhanced ground detail around major airports. Lens flare. You guys know what that is. Environment mapping. This is something we've been trying to figure out. This feature maps reflections of the sky, clouds, and ground onto the exterior of your aircraft, resulting in a more lifelike look. Turn off this feature to increase system performance. Then auto full screen. That means when you start the game, it makes it full screen, which works out if you're using 3DFX, because it's got to be in full screen anyway. Terrain visibility. This slider alters the maximum distance you can see from your aircraft. Beyond this maximum distance, terrain will be shrouded by haze. The setting ranges from 10 to 20 miles. Note that this setting limits the visibility setting and environment. No matter how high you set that slider, you will not be able to see beyond the distance specified here. Texture cache size. Slider changes the size of the simulation's texture cache. This cache blocks off a chunk of your available RAM for preloading of textures to speed rendering. The larger you set this cache, the fewer pauses you experience due to disk access during flight. You are limited in this setting by the amount of available RAM in your computer. Values range from 8 megabytes to 32 megabytes. You should be careful not to set this value too high if your machine has a little too RAM installed. Well, I've got 24 gigabytes. I think we're good. Let's see where we're at here. Well, we're kind of getting there. Kind of adjust our heading here. we're staying leveled off at 3,000 too. That's good. Then we got sound. Sound device, quality speaker setup. Yeah, you can check mono or stereo for quality. Here's your check boxes, setup sounds, mood setting background sounds that play while in the simulation setup menus. Click this box to activate or deactivate these sounds. ATC sounds. Air traffic control chatter plays while you are seated in your cockpit. Click this box to activate or deactivate those sounds. Turning out this option will not disable the scrolling ATC text displays. Engine sounds, aircraft sounds, cockpit sounds. Effects include switches, marker beacon signals, ground noise, etc. Environmental sounds. This checkbox controls the audio for wind, rain, and thunder. Then you got your volume control. And then radio-related checkboxes control the use of live mic, a feature that allows you to use voice communication with other players. Well, that's not going to be happening. So then we've got controls. That dialog may be used to customize the simulation's default keyboard and button assignments to suit your personal style and preference. And there are different key assignments: menu, global camera, airplane keys, salute keys. And it's pretty typical for, you know, the simulators where you can clear a key, you can redefine it, etc. Then there is, I think I might save that one later. Oh man, we're almost halfway through that. Yeah, let's turn this direction here. There is Lewis University right over there to the left. You see that right there? That's Lewis. We will be landing at Lewis eventually. That is one of the airports that is on our list to go to. Okay, Joliet is up now, finally.
Request approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo. Request approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo.
My goodness, guys, shut up.
For landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo. Request approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo. Request approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot,
Okay,
Kilo.
never mind.
Request approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach.
Is there a
Service
tower?
terminated. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo. Request
No.
approach for landing 2, Foxtrot, Kilo, C09, approach. Service terminated. 6, Quebec, Charlie, L-O-E, approach. Turn left, heading 271. Piper 2, Foxtrot, Kilo. Request approach.
Well, that's what I say about that. And you think the FSX ATC is bad. Oh. They tried on this one. It's good for the chatter, but yeah. Oh, is that the airport? That's the airport. It's right in front of us. All right, folks. Time to get ready here. going to drop all those flaps there. Because I want to do this. Whoops, that's too much. Okay. That should definitely be Joliet. Yep. Just checking. Well, here's a positive thing. When it's nighttime, we won't see the ground textures go all over the place. Those wicked graphics. I'm a little quiet at the moment. I'm in awe. Awe. Look at the airport. See, we're coming in at a nice angle, so the ground textures are not moving too wickedly. So if we keep our turns relatively gentle, then I don't think we're going to have that acid trip of graphics on the ground. Okay, so we got to remember we're going to go back and take a look at Midway, that awfully ugly striped building, to see what it looks like with Hoodoo 3D 3D FX Voodoo graphics. I already know it's going to smooth it out, but I'm just curious, you know, how well is it going to do it? I've got David Bowie's song on my mind from Labyrinth. What kind of magic spell to use? Hey, we're landing on the grass runway on this one too. I hadn't done this one yet on the other simulators. It's usually the It's usually the paved one that I've been on. And that sounds just like it would sound like if you landed on grass. And we'll just turn here. We'll pretend this is a taxiway. Even though it's not. And we'll just park off to the side here. Alright, time to turn everything off here. Well, the flight's more peaceful when we don't have ATC going. Okie dokie. So we're here at Joliet. Joliet. It was Joliet Park District in the older simulators. What is it on this one here? Is it Joliet Regional? No, this is still called Joliet Park District. It's not called that anymore, but that's kind of good to know. So we went ahead and did our touch and go at Megs, which I thought went really well. That was really smooth. Got to wave hello to a plane that was that we were heading directly towards. I'm sure he appreciated that, or she. And then we flew here to Joliet, and we decided to turn off the radio because ATC was just getting annoying. I may turn it off for a few flights, and then we'll turn it back on, and maybe later on. But it'd just be nice to maybe have some peace and quiet, other than me talking. I know that's not peaceful, but anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go back to Chicago Midway. I'll turn it to daytime, and we'll take a look at what it looks like with 3DFX and that striped building and see if it looks better. So here we are. We are back at Midway. This is in PCEM, PC Emulator. And the Voodoo graphics are turned on. You can still see the stripes, but they are blurred, so they're not as noticeable. If anything, you know, maybe it gives the impression that, oh, there are some windows here, or something. So it looks better. What in the world's going on with the sky here? Look at this. What is that? Why is there a line out in the sky like that? Here, let's take a look at the plane. Oh, wow. That just... Oh, yeah, that's all square. Ugh. So this may be a result of me running... selecting Voodoo 2 and having only Voodoo 1 drivers installed. Although it was the only way I could get it to work. But... yeah, so that's what that looks like. And just in case you're wondering, once again, the scenery blurs out with 3DFX. And again, maybe I'm just not using the right driver. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at the runways. The runways are fine. But then you look at everything else, and it's just... it's, I don't know. Just doesn't look the greatest. So, kind of what I was mentioning, you know, you can't really win too much. Either you get some, you know, decent graphics on the ground, or you don't, you know, which slide all over the place, or you don't, but they don't slide all over the place. Yeah. Coming right right back down. I am not sure where I just landed. Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? I don't know. But I think we'll just go back to that. Oh, look, we're way over here now. Anyway, that is the end of this episode, this flight. I hope you found this interesting, informative. We keep, look at the clouds, actually. Now, I have to say the clouds, with the exception of this, whatever's going on here, the clouds are nice and smooth. It's not as good as ProPilot, but it does look okay, but still kind of, I don't know, it still looks smeared, and the air where, I don't know, they just look better. But anyway, if you did find this video entertaining and useful and helpful, please share it. I'd appreciate that, so that way others know that it's out here. And like it, thumbs up. The more people that we get to like it, the more chances that the video will be available for people to see in their YouTube feeds or algorithms, whatever that is. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. Be part of the channel. The channel's been out for 6 years, but I've been doing a lot of work to build it up. So done quite a bit. There's some really old videos on this channel, so feel free to check those out. I have everything in a playlist. Everything is in a playlist with the exception of one video. My very first video, which I uploaded to the channel, was about SodaStream. It's a garbage video. I just shot it on some crappy phone that I had at the time, and I needed to put something up so that way I could have the ability to put thumbnails on my videos, and that was the only reason why I did it. It's the only reason why I made that stupid video. And it's got something like 4,000, 5,000 views or something. I don't know. But I had it unlisted for quite a time just because it was getting all kinds of thumbs down. But then I just decided, I'll just throw... Well, I never took it off. I just delisted it. But I decided to list it again just for laughs and for giggles for people, because I'm getting more subscribers now than what I had. And some of you out there might be wondering what my first video on this channel looked like. Well, go search for that and you'll see just how crappy it was. So that's the only one that's not in a playlist. You'll have to dig for that. You probably can find it by the filters and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, then please do that. It's a good thing. And then the notification bell, you know what that's for. You take that bell, you ring it, and then in response, we let you know, we as in me, myself, and I, we let you know when the next video is uploaded to the channel. And it could be Flight Simulator, or Flight Simulation. It could be Flight Simulator. It could be Fly. It could be ProPilot. It could be something completely different. Heck, one of these days, it'll be Flight Simulator 2020. So, it's coming. It's a-coming. Oh, and just non-Flight Simulator stuff. I am working on a variety of stuff. So actually, some other types of simulation games are in the works that I'm working on. That'll be on this channel as well. The goal is to have something coming out every day of the week. Each day is going to have a different theme to it, and that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I don't have a trailer on my homepage of the channel page. It's the reason why I don't have that yet. I'm trying to get things established first, and then I'll do that trailer. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next leg of the journey.